Hey, it's me again. So, if you just watched my video on polynomial long division, then you're gonna absolutely love this video on polynomial synthetic division. I know that sounds very bad. It sounded very bad to me when I first learned about it. And it is a little bit trickier than long division, I'll tell you that. But once you get the hang of it, it's hella easy. So, we're on paper. Take you down. So, first problem. Example 1. Use synthetic division to divide x to the third minus 14x squared plus 51x minus 54 by x plus 2. So, you may ask me, why don't we just do long division? I just learned that in your last video, legendary. Why do I have to do this new kind of division? What's up with this? And the reason is that if you were to do this with the long division method, it wouldn't come out very well. You wouldn't get those nice answers. It just wouldn't be easy. So it's better to do it this way, and it's a little bit harder, but you get the answer this way. So yeah. So what we do is actually an upside down division sign. I know that sounds very strange, but yeah, instead of up and over, it's up and under. And we look at this over here. It's x plus 2. So first thing we need to do, reverse the polarity of this. So if this would be a negative, we make it positive. If this is a positive, we make it negative. So it's x minus 2 now. You put that number on the outside here. And then this is a multiplication symbol. So step 2 is going to multiply. Step 3 is going to be add. So next thing you do is you take just the coefficients of this. So x to the third, there's a 1 here, so we just put 1. Negative 14x squared, the coefficient is just negative 14, so put negative 14 here. This is not an equation, these are just separate numbers, okay? These are completely disconnected numbers from each other. 51x, just the coefficient here, 51 here. And negative 54, there's just a coefficient, so negative 54. First thing you need to do, move down 1, move down the first number, okay? Okay, so then negative 2 times the multiplication symbol. 2 times 1, that is negative 2. So you add it to the next number. Okay, negative 2 plus negative 14 is negative 16. Then you do negative 2 times negative 16. You continue down the order. Negative 2 times negative 16 is positive 32. So your negative times negative is positive. So 32 plus 51 is 83. Negative 2 times 83 is negative 166. Negative 166 plus negative 54 is negative 220. So then you come down here, over here. So I made a note. So the degree always dropped by 1. So if it's x to the third, it's x to the second. So look at our original equation here. Let's see if I can get this all in frame. Good. So x to the third here is becoming x to the second. So I'll move this down. 1 x to the second, so x to the second. This was x to the second, so it becomes x. So minus 16x. This was x, so we make it no, like just the coefficient by itself. So it's 83, so plus 83. And then, well, we're out of like not x things. Like the next thing will be this over x, which is weird. And so it's going to be, like the remainders in long division, there's a remainder here. So we actually do plus, you do what's left, the remainder, negative 220 in this case, over what you were dividing by, x plus 2. And it's not x minus 2 that we converted, it's the x plus 2. That's how you do that. Second one here. So we have to use synthetic division to divide 2x to the fourth minus 8x to the third minus 4x squared plus 11x by x plus 1. So you do the usual, so this becomes negative 1. So you see how there's no just coefficient here. In this problem here, we ended with the just coefficient. There was no x on it. But here we actually end with an x, so we actually put plus 0 at the end here. Plus 0. So negative 1 goes over here. Just coefficients, so 2x to the fourth, just 2. Negative 8x to the third, just negative 8. negative 4x to the second, just negative 4, 11x, just 11, and we put the 0 for the just coefficient. So move down your first one, which is 2 in this case. It's negative 1 times 2, that is negative 2. Negative 2 plus negative 8 is negative 10. Negative 1 times negative times negative is positive, so positive 10. Positive 10 plus negative 4 is 6. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 11 is 5. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 0 is just negative 5. So again, remember, we always drop by 1 degree. So this was 2x to the fourth, stayed 2, so it's 2x to the third. This was x to the third, so it's actually minus 10x to the second. This was x to the second, it becomes x, so it's 6x. This was just x, so it becomes just coefficient, so it's plus 5. And we've run out, so it's plus negative 5, what the remainder is, over what we divided by, x plus 1. And that's how you do that. So there is more complicated things, like there will be gaps not at the end, it'll be like in the middle, or like in your answers there will be gaps. And those can be a little weird, but I'm pretty sure your teacher will accept it with or without zeros. But if you're doing it on like Delta Math, for instance, don't include the zeros. You just want the zeros there for your answer, or else it'll be a little screwed up. So yeah, I hope this helped.